Okay, on the CLI. Oh,
CLI or on the GUI?
no, the CLI. I'm talking about the CLI.
CLI font, I'll
I
also
don't
need
know
to
why
look
I'll
for
just
that.
call it no login. You're on the CLI.
Yep, I mean,
I think I'm
even
confused,
I'm
like
not sure about this.
no login.
I haven't read. So you can use the software, that mobile external software, to access this machine first.
Oh, mobile extern. Oh, okay, I get your point.
SSH certificate. Then
Uh,
there we will be able to increase the size.
okay.
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
So both the machines have started, then root and the password incorrect. Let's change the password first. The IP on this machine is 147, sorry, 47.128, and on this one we need to turn on the connection and check the IP. Here we have 130. 130 and 128. So this one is our control node, and we need to send the keys again because I've resetted the machines once more. So Ansible is already installed here. We can check rpm-q Ansible. It is available. Go to, okay, first we need to create a directory on slash. Let's create tj. Go there. And let's do the key based authentication. So SSH keygen, enter, then SSH copy ID on root at 192.168.47.128. And we also need to set it at 130. It's done. Now let's create the inventory file. Two groups. First one is dev group. IP is 192.168.47.128. Another one is test. IP this time is 192.168.47.130. Then both, and children of that both group is dev and test. Okay. So first step is to create the inventory file. Then the second step is to create the configuration file. So ansible.cfg, and in that we need to add the defaults parameter. Defaults.
It must always have default. You just put default
Yes.
there, right?
Right. Then the first entry would be for inventory, and again inventory. Remote
Can it be
use.
host? Can it be host?
Yeah, it can be. You can put the name of inventory whatever you want, but you just need to create the inventory file with that name only.
With that name only. Okay, okay.
Yes. So remote user is root, and ask pass.
A is missing. Can Ansible be? I don't know what happened with this system. I have Ansible installed and I was using it, but all of a sudden I'm not seeing it again. What could happen?
Either you might have reverted it to a snapshot. Otherwise, it should be there.
Okay, did I do that? Oh my goodness.
If you have like reverted it to snapshot, then it will be gone. So first we'll check the connection Ansible -m, and we want to check connectivity on all the machines. Ansible -m ping on. Sir? Yeah, so here we check the connectivity. Ansible -m ping all, and both the machines are up and running. Now let's create a playbook. So let's create a playbook for loop.yml. Okay. And before that, let's create a playbook, a normal playbook with service management or first package management, package.yml. And with this playbook, we'll install multiple packages at the same time. So host
multiple packages.
Hmm?
To install multiple packages at the same time.
Yes. So host, and in that task, and the task is yum module, and we want to install packages. So name of the packages is, I'm again providing a list here, and the name is httpd. Another one is bind, and one more is vsftpd. Then we'll provide the state. So state of the process packages will be latest. So this will install three different packages with the same module, with a single module. If we run it, Ansible -playbook package.yml, enter. ठीक है. Okay, so the yum module is running here, and
so you can install as many in a one playbook.
Right, in the one playbook in a single task.
In a single task. Okay.
If the repository is configured, it's not.
Mm.
So it's not available in both, I guess. Let me just check it from here. Ansible -m command -a, and we want to do ls-blk on all machines. So it will run this command ls-blk, and the ISO is available in both those machines, but it is not mounted. Right? We need to mount these ISOs. So let's use this module only. We want to mount /devsr0 on /cd-rom. Mount point does not exist on 130. Let's create a directory there. mkdir 130 machine is the test one, I think.
Mm-hmm.
The directory has been created, and let's mount it again. So it has been mounted. If we do lsblk, yep, it has been mounted. So let's run that playbook again, the package one. So, and one more thing, to make it a little bit faster, we can add gather facts. No.
Oh, no, okay.
So we don't want to gather the facts here because we are not using them for now. So Ansible playbook package.yml.
It even take too long for it to pack to. Because gathering facts is another different time, is timing, bandwidth going to be using.
Yes. And you can gather them in some cases where you need them, but where you don't need them, we are just wasting like our time there. Okay, still no package available. On 130, I think the repository is also not configured. Let's see what happens on 128.
No package bind available, no repository available. So all those packages are not available there. So they need to I think we're trying to install them, right?
Yes.
So we know they're not there. Still install of the specified.
Okay.
Okay.
So on 128, it installed the package, but on 130, it didn't. So why? Because I think the repo is not configured there. Let's check ls-l in etc yum story. The repo is not configured.
It's not configured as well.
So what can we do? What can we do? Let's use fetch ansible -doc fetch examples. So source and destination, nothing extra. Nice. So Ansible -m, we want to use fetch module, and the attributes, first of all, the source is etc yum.repos.d, and what was the repo name? Let's check it on dev. So we need to download these two repos, epistream and baseOS. So let's fetch these two. So
You are
source
fetching
is
it from where?
from machine 128, from the dev machine.
From there.
Yes.
You are sending it to.
No, first we'll bring it on our machine, then we'll send it on the next one. So we'll bring it in the tj directory with the name epistream.repo on when we need to run this on dev.
Okay. You are fetching it first from there, and then.
Right.
Okay.
And it created a directory. Okay. We'll check well the file is there or not. So tree. Yep, it is there. So see what they did here. They provided the name of the directory. In that it was fetched from etc yum.repos.d, and this is the file. So they are fetching it in the exact structure of that particular location from where it is fetching. Okay. So let's fetch the other one, baseOS one as well. And this time only writing base.
In cloud.
Base os.repo. So that has also been fetched here. And let's just move them out from app stream, this. We want to move it to dot. Overwrite. It's a file. How it will overwrite? /app.repo. What am I writing?
How can you undo that? Or should we just leave it like that?
Yeah, let's leave it. And we'll move another one from base. This is the file, and let's just, sorry, destination as well. So we have two files, base OS, the .repo, and another one is ppdum something. So we need to send these two files to the test machine. So again,
Yes.
Ansible -m module, this time is copy attribute. This time the source file is base OS .repo.
I have one question. So when you fetch it, you fetch it from etc and
Yes.
put it in the current directory location on Ansible.
Right.
So you now copy it to, now you're copying it now to the etc yum repo.d on test. Is that correct?
Right. Correct. We fetched it from dev machine to our manage host, to our control node, and now we are sending it on the test machine.
Test machine. Okay. Okay, got it.
And it will be done. Yep, it has been copied. And one more, we need to send it as appstream.web. And the file that we want to send is, what was the name? pp.ewpo. Enter. For checking, we'll, where did it go? Here it is. The 317th command. So exclamation 317. 317 row. So they're there. And now let's run the playbook again. Ansible -playbook package.viable. Okay. So it worked. So we can install multiple packages with a single task. But if we try to create a module, a playbook for service, and we want to run it on all the hosts, the task is that we want to start the services, restart the services, and the name of the service, first one HTTPD, second one named D, And the third one is VSFTPD. So similar pattern what we have written within that yum module, correct?
Yes.
We save it now. Let's compare it with packages.yum. So this was the module for installing the package. This one is for starting the service. Let's run it. Ansible, playbook, service.yml.
So it's possible we include the start in the beginning when we are installing it, right?
Mhm.
You can put start in the beginning while we are running it, right? Instead of
Right.
doing it separately. Instead of starting the service separately, why can't we put it like install and then start it? There's two
Yeah, in
in
the
one.
same playbook. Yeah,
We can do it. Okay, you're adding it now.
right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like
Oh,
I'm just writing it here so that we can see why it is not working. So what happens with some modules in the Ansible that they don't support the values like this. So this service module is one of them. What it is saying, this module does not currently support using cloud patterns. And it is taking this whole as a single service. HTTPD, named, VSFTPD.
okay.
That is why it is giving us an error. So here we are gonna need the loops. We were just checking what is the need of the loops. We are gonna
Okay,
okay,
okay, I see. I get
right.
your point.
Because if we don't use loops, what we need to do is write service module 3 times, provide one service each in each module. Okay. But if we used loops, then the loop will be defined like this. After this enabled parameter, just under the service name of the module, you need to write loop, and here you can provide the values that you want. First one is HTTPD, second one is VSFTPD, third one is named, and we want the values from this loop to be used in the name attribute. So here we will call those values. The wait for calling those values is double inverted commas, 2 curly brackets. In that we will write item. So when the loop runs the first time, the value of item would be HTTPD. For the second time, it would be VSFTPD, and for the third time, it will be named. Save the playbook and let's run it. Ansible playbook service.ym.
Oh, let's see. You know why I was asking the question? Something might have wiped my Ansible host control node. You know what I did? I SSH into the other control node. So that's why I'm saying.
Okay.
I was like, what is going? So when I check the IP address, they're the same. Like, what is going?
Where did it go?
Where did it go? Maybe I sent it to Mumbai. I sent it to Mumbai. Oh my God, this is so funny. Okay, now I see where they have.
You are under a lot of pressure, bro. Take
I
rest.
know. That's the meaning. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I mean, my master degree is I have a lot of assignments. Yesterday I slept like 2 a.m. I have to do an assignment. I'm the leader of the project. It's crazy. So it started perfect.
Yes. So what it did, it took the values one by one and it will
One by
show us
one.
which value it is taking.
Mm,
Okay. So item and then the item value is
mm,
HTTPD, VSFTPD and named.
right.
So let's get packages.yml and redirect the content to loop.yml. Enter. Then get service.yml and again redirect the content to loop.yml. Okay. So here we have two modules and we want to use both of them. Okay. And in both the modules, we want to use the same services. Here also we want to install these three packages and here also we want to start these services. So out of like not all of them, but most of them are similar. Like if you only want to install the VSFTPD and HTTPD to see the
So
service name.
yeah, the curly bracket is for the for loop, right? I
Yes,
mean, sorry, for variable,
for variable as well.
variable as okay.
While we want to fetch the values from the loop, we will use this. While we want to, if we want to use variables, then we also use this.
Okay.
So now here, if we have this, we want to install these two packages and we want to start these two services. So instead of defining them again and again, what we
And
can do, we can store these values in a variable.
okay.
Let's remove them first from here and here as well. And we'll define a variable here and
So the variable always come to it has to be in the top before
correct,
the tasks.
correct.
Define it before you can use it.
Yes. So variable value would be, let's say, LOP. And here we have two values in LOP. The first one is HTTPD and the second one is VSFTPD. Okay. So two values we have stored and
So the variable you declare it to be loop. Is that loop? What's that?
LOP is a variable name that we have used.
You just is any name. It can be any name.
Yeah, it can be any name.
Okay.
So what we want to do here is in the loop, this time we want to fetch this variable. We want to fetch the values from this variable. So we'll directly call that variable here like this.
And loop it loop.
LOP.
Oh,
That's
loop
it.
it. Okay. Okay. In fact, this Ansible, I always see it as if it's very tough. It's tight. It's very. It's so simple.
Yep. Once you understand it, then it will be like a walk in the
It's
park.
so simple. Maybe the way you're teaching me is so simple. I'm not sure, but something is simple there. I mean, it's so easy. My son can do it. I'm telling you.
Once like you just need to know the basics. That's it. If your
Right.
basics are
That's
strong,
just.
you'll be able to do
Mhm.
it. So let's run it, save it, and the hard part in Ansible is that if you get stuck, you
If
need
you get
to look for that error.
that error
Yes,
exactly.
the troubleshooting part is a little bit complex, you can
Tight.
say.
Are we still going there?
Yep, it will be with us. We'll made some mistakes somewhere. So we'll
Okay.
need to
Okay.
resolve that.
Okay.
See here. So it took the values from the variables, from that LOP variable.
So when it's in green, that shows is the service already been started. When it
If it
changes,
is,
it give us yellow.
yes, if the Ansible is doing something there, it will show us yellow that it changed something. And if it
Right.
didn't do anything, it was already done there, then it will show green.
To show it, yeah. When I was trying to train myself on Ansible, I get some packet, some books online. I read it. It was
Mhm.
so tough. Like, why is it? This is just giving me error. Until the first day you thought we install it, it gets
Hmm.
clearer. Like, oh my God, this is what I'm getting wrong. So it's so simple. I can
Yeah.
sleep and be doing my and be installing and be writing playbook now.
Yeah. Once you are familiar with it now.
And it's fun. I mean, it's fun. I like it. So if I did my work now, when I know about the Windows part of it, I'll just
Mhm.
go to my I have a DevOps laptop. It's a cloud that
Mhm.
Amazon gave us that we can use for work. So I think I'll be using that most. So that I'll be using it to work, doing whatever in my in at work. So that I'll get more used to it.
Right, right. What we have in loop after loop, what did we have? Yes, so in variables,
Mhm.
we saw like we can create an array of variables, right? Where the values were taken like user dot first name, user dot Khan dot first name, and like that. So let's create another playbook loop arr dot yrr. This time we want to create users on the host. On all host, first of all, gather underscore facts is set as no. Then task is set as first we need to add a user. Name of the user should be fetched from the loop. So for now, I'm just writing item. Okay. So the first value is the name of the user. Then second is the state, and we can also provide the group names or the home directory. So state is present, and let's say home, and the home directory should also be fetched from the loop. So now we want to fetch two values from the loop, correct?
Mhm.
And two totally different values. One is the name of the user, another one is the home directory of that user. So here we need to provide two variables, one for name, okay, and name is TJ.
What are we
And
trying to do to get username from where? From home
from,
directory.
from the loop, username from the loop and home directory from the loop as well.
Okay.
So another one, name again, and home. So here we will tell item dot name. Before there was only a single value, so we directly provided item, it fetched that value from there. But now in a single variable we have two different values. We have a list. Okay, so that's why if we want to fetch this value, it would be item dot name. If we want to fetch this value, it would be item dot home.
Home.
And now save the file, save the playbook, and run it. And before running it, let's check Ansible -m command -a and tail, tail -5 etc pass wd on all. So the last user in both the machines is named D. Now let's run our playbook loop where loop air. So Ansible -playbook loop air.wire. See here. The first value it took name and home from the one TJ and Abadmas, and for the second it took SRK and Khan.
So
If
we are
you check
creating them on that host. Is that correct?
on both the host,
We are creating them.
yes, we are creating them.
Okay.
See here.
Hmm.
So like if you want, you can create a variable file of 10 users.
Can
Okay.
I go back to the loop, to the YML again, the playbook? I want to see what command did you use to create. How it doesn't say. I'm confused.
Like
You
what
said
we
name.
did in the first one, but let me just
I mean, I'm
wait.
expecting username, user had, pass W, something like that. Or just there's no user add, nothing.
Service. See here. So what happened in this one, in the service one, when we wrote item here? So it fetched value from the loop directly. There was only a single value, so it fetched it directly. Okay. But this time we used user module to add the user, create the user. We wanted to
Oh,
provide the name.
I'm sorry, I forgot the module
Your name.
to add user is user.
Yeah.
That's why I'm confused. I'm so.
Okay.
Oh, man. I have a lot on my head. Oh my goodness.
You
I'm
need to
like
rest. So
user name. Okay, that's it. That's okay. Oh, today.
कल just a sec दीजिए.
Yeah.
कल शाम को तो नहीं रहेगा, सुबह सुबह रहेगा. ये मान लो 4 बजे तक चालू. हाँ हाँ आ सकता. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, so like this, we can provide multiple user at the same time. Then let's create one more. So this time I'm going to create a variable file, and the variable file name is user underscore list dot yml. In this, we have multiple variables. First of all, the user variable is there. In that user variable, the first value is name. Name of the user is John. Home directory of John is J. Should we write? Let's just write Jaipur.
One question really quick. When I'm defining my host in the inventory file, can I name it like underscore something, the name of the variable?
In the
Like
inventory
test,
file,
in inventory. Can I make it like test underscore one, test underscore two?
test underscore. Oh, it should be
But
test 1, test 2, test 3. You cannot like put underscore there.
underscore. Okay.
So name, home, and say first name and last name. Then again, first name, Asha, last name should be right. Give me a last name from there. This time let's write it as Dali Sharma. And one more. First name of the user this time is Sarah. And last name is and home is slash. So we have three users here. Okay. We got a list of three users. One is John, another one is Natasha, and third one is Sarah. We want to create these users on the manage host. So we will be using user module. And the values that we want to provide is the first is the name of the user. Second is the last name of the user. And third one is the home directory and the state. So we want to add four details. Okay. From this user list.yml. And let me change a simple thing in that. The variable name, the first one, I'm writing it as users. It will be a little bit easy. Now let's create a playbook, or let's copy that one which we created right now. Loop add to array loop.yml. And here we just need to change some things. This time in the loop, instead of providing the values, we will be calling the variable directly.
The
And the
variable, is it
variable,
that, or the variable file?
yes, it will be fetched from the variable file. So we also need to include that variable file at the top. And the variable that we want to fetch is users. And here we will tell where's underscore files is, what's the file name? User underscore list dot yml.
So the users list as well file must have .yml.
Yes,
Okay, not just like txt.
right. It should be yml.
Okay.
So in the name, we want to use the value item.fname.
F
In
name,
the
yes.
home, we want to use item.home.
F home dot home. Okay.
And one more parameter comment, in that we want to use item dot last name.
Last name, yeah.
So first it will go to this users variable and then just fetch the value from there. Let's see what happens. Save it. Ansible -playbook array loop.yml. So it created the first user, the second one, and the third one.
Sure.
So now we have a playbook which is ready to add multiple users. We just, if we want to like add 5 users or 10 users after every 5 or 10 days. So we just need this user list.yml, nothing else. We need to change this user list.yml. Everything else will be managed by the playbook on its own. Okay.
So this is used when we having more data to add, right?
Correct.
Like we have a lot, then you can just create instead of put all in one. Okay.
Instead of writing them again and again in the playbook, you just change it in the variable file.
Variables. Okay. So and that has to go into the into the Ansible directory as well.
Yes, in the
Okay.
location where ansible.cfg is available.
Is available. Okay.
Yes. Okay, give me 2 minutes. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Then we'll continue.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Yeah.
Let's continue. We saw how to use loops and run multiple tasks at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Next is that if we want to use some conditions, so the task should only run and the conditions run. So we'll run task conditionally this time. Okay. So vim and when dot yml 2 3 on all task, and I'm just writing a simple task for now, debug module, and the message is hello world. But this message should only be printed when a variable is defined, and the name of the variable is, let's say, ABC.
So the module name is when.
No, the module name is debug. The condition
Oh,
we are using
debug.
is when.
You are using conditional. Okay.
Yes.
So that can be any name, anything.
Yeah, in that we can use any condition, like we can check a variable whether it is defined or not, or we can check Ansible facts here. If the particular Ansible fact is there and we want to match the value, we can do that. So for now, we are just using a single variable, and that is ABC. So if ABC is defined, this particular module should run. So for now, we haven't defined ABC variable here.
Right.
So this module will not run here. So let's save it.
So the gathering fact is by default, right?
Right.
Okay. So if you don't want it to run, that when you identify that you let it, you define it there that, oh, don't run.
Hmm.
Right?
Hmm. If you don't want them, you can define gather fact false or not.
Okay. Oh, no.
So like see here, it is skipped this particular task because ABC variable was not defined, and we provided the condition that this module should only run if ABC is defined. So let's define a variable this time, and the variable name should be ABC. So where's ABC, and the value in ABC should be, it could be anything. Let's use new. The variable should be there. Save it and run it again.
So we did not put the curly braces on the ABC.
Yes, while we are checking it in the condition, we don't need to put curly brackets.
We don't need to
While
put
we
it.
are
Okay.
using it, then we need to put the curly brackets.
Okay, just a condition.
Yes. See this time.
Mm.
Define the variable and the playbook ran. So let's do that one. Like we want to create a file on the remote machine. Okay. And the content of the file should be Ansible welcome to particular IP address and the host name. Okay. Oh, not that one. Which should we use? Let's create the playbook first. So condition.yml host on all machines task, and the task should be yum module in which name of the package is httpd, state is absent. We want to remove a package and the package name is httpd. Okay. And we want to remove it when the condition, when Ansible underscore default underscore IPv4 dot address should be equal to 192.168.47.128. Got it?
Mm.
What will happen? It will only remove HTTPD package if the IP address is
Yes.
this. Otherwise, it will not remove it. Let's save it first and run it Ansible.
So how do you know the when, the condition that you gave? How do you know how to write the format to write it? You just use that, right? Or
The
does it have
Ansible
a
fact.
format?
That's the Ansible fact that we used.
The fact. Okay.
Yes, we can gather the fact using Ansible -m setup.
Setup.
And
Yes.
Use
Oh,
less.
okay.
And from there we can check the format of the fact that we want to use. Like we used IPv4 address here. So if we want to check the format for IPv4, the loop Ansible fact for IPv4, we'll
You
give
have to do slash and then do IPv4. It's going to come to that, right?
Ansible underscore default IPv4 like this. Here
So to
we
check, to go straight to that exact.
yeah, correct.
You can do to filter it.
Right. So we can put slash and then default underscore IPv4. So it will
IP
take us here.
directly. Okay. So
So
just copy it there.
Ansible underscore default underscore IPv4. Now it is going inside the bracket, one step downwards. That's why dot address. So
Okay. Okay. If it is
so,
dot alias, you just say dot alias.
right. And we can also match the values in the conditions, whatever we want. Okay, so if you see here, this module that we created here, this playbook only ran on 128 machine. It skipped the task on 130th because we provided a condition, and the condition it was stated that this module should only run on the machine with IP address 128.
Mm.
If we open this, see here, we have provided the condition that when default IPv4 address is equal to this, only then it should run. Otherwise, it should not run. Okay.
So you are okay. You want it absent. That's removing it.
Yes, we wanted to remove it.
Okay. You went through that. Right. Okay. Do 130.
Let's do 130. Save it. let's say you are working on an environment where you have multiple versions of Linux, multiple flavors are there. Red Hat is there, CentOS is there, Ubuntu is there. Okay.
Mm.
And you want to install the package according to that flavor.
Yeah.
For that, you will also use the conditions.
Mm.
Okay.
Conditions. Okay.
Yes, like the name of the flavor, whatever flavor we have, whatever distribution we have, that can be
Yeah.
fetched from this, what we say, from Ansible fact, and it
Facts.
should be distribution. Here it is. So if Ansible distribution is Red Hat, we need to install the package. If Ansible distribution is something else, so we can match the conditions there. Like, let's go here. We want to create, or let's change it in this one only. This time we want to install it. So press latest. And the condition that we want to use is Ansible underscore distributions.
So what key did you use to delete the from that Vim? What key did you use?
Delete the delete key.
You press delete
Yes.
and it will just okay. Yeah.
Okay. So Ansible distribution should be Red Hat. So we need to match it here. Ansible distribution. It should be equal to Red Hat.
Great.
So this playbook should, this task should run. Or if you want to like check multiple versions at the same time, like it should be either Red Hat or it should be CentOS or it should be Fedora. Okay, so if you want to provide multiple conditions, you can use or.
Or
Then Ansible underscore distribution distribution. It should be equal to CentOS. So if it is either one of these, this task will run. So let's save it. And let me just add one more task. This time debug message should be, let's use again hello world. And the condition this time so in the above task, we used or operator, like either this should be true or this should be true. If any of these is true, it should work. Okay. In the second one, what I'm writing, Ansible distribution should be Red Hat. And one more condition that I want to check is, let's say Ansible underscore host name. It should be equal to. Let's check the host name of the manage host ones. It should be CLI in capital. Yes. CLI. So now it will check these two conditions. Like Ansible distribution should be Red Hat, as well as Ansible hostname should be CLI. Whereas in the above one, what will happen? Ansible distribution should be Red Hat or this CentOS. So above we have choice. If either one of them is true, this task will run. In the next one, both of them should be true. Both the conditions should be true. Okay. Let's save it and run it. Ansible -playbook condition.ym. See here. In the first one, it was Red Hat. So on both the servers, the service was started. In the second task, I put the conditions that it should be Red Hat as well as the machine's hostname should be CLI. So only the 128 machine have the hostname CLI. The 130th machine have different hostname. Okay.
Right.
So here we were checking two different conditions. So both of them should be true if we use AND operator. If we used OR operator, either one of them should be true.
One of them.
Similarly, if you want to like check multiple conditions again, copy condition to conditions. And this time, like Ansible distribution should be Red Hat and Ansible hostname should be CLI. And we want to provide one more condition. So put this in bracket. Okay. And here after when we'll use the greater than sign, and this will come in the next line. So this, or we can provide the next part. Ansible distribution should be equal to Red Hat again. And Ansible underscore default underscore IPv4 dot address must be equal to 192.168.47.130. So now what will happen when this task will run? It will come in the conditions. It will check the first one. Ansible distribution should be Red Hat and hostname should be CLI, or Ansible distribution should be Red Hat and the IP should be 130. Okay. So now we are checking 4 conditions, but these 2 should be true or these 2 should be true. Only then it will work. If it happens like it is Red Hat, but the IP is not 130, this will not work. Okay. So let's save it and run it again. And let me remove the first module, the yum module from there. Save and Ansible playbook conditions.yaml. See what happened here. It's worked on the first one, but not on the second one.
Yeah. Skip it.
Ansible distribution DE. Okay, what's the error here? See here, check here.
Default, yeah, not right. Okay.
So the spelling is wrong. DEFAULT.
Okay.
Save it again and run it again. Again, it didn't work. Ansible underscore default underscore IPv4 dot address. It should be equal to this. We have used R parameter as well. Machines are Red Hat, so it should not cause that issue. Let us put this one on the top.
Any reason? Why are we putting it on the top?
Let's see if this condition is true, then it will run on the 130th machine first.
Okay.
Save it. So it is skipping the 130th machine. It is not, the condition is false. I'm not sure how, but it is false. Otherwise, it would have worked. 192.168.47.130. The IP is correct. Ansible default IPv4 dot address. The fact is also correct. Let's use a different fact. Let us just write a simple variable that ABC is defined. DEFINAD. And we'll define the variable here. Where's ABC HTTPD. Save it. Still not running. Ansible distribution. The spelling is definitely right.
Do we need that greater than sign in there?
We don't need. Yeah, we need that sign.
You need a sign. Okay.
Let's write them on a single line list. Ansible distribution is equal to Red Hat and ABC is defined. So ABC is defined and Ansible distribution is Red Hat. And our Ansible distribution is Red Hat and Ansible hostname is this. If it works, right, otherwise we'll try one more time, the last one. Before that, let me check the host name of machine managed host 2, and it is managed host.
Managed host.
Let's see what happens. It is still skipping 130. Let's try it one more time. And we'll copy. managed host. Why is it skipping it? Mainly that greater than sign that we were using, it was just to separate the conditions in multiple lines, just to understand it better.
Oh, okay. Still no.
Still not working. We are running it on both host and Ansible distribution. The condition is exactly same. Oh God. Here we have that h as a small.
Yeah.
So we need to make it capital. Let's try it now. Hopefully, that was the only mistake.
Hopefully.
See what I was talking about troubleshooting part.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
error might be very, very small, but you need to like
It's,
yes, identify it.
I think it's gonna go through now.
Yep.
You. So go back to the arrow again. Let me see the arrow again. One more thing.
Yes.
Because I didn't really see what. So is it like you write the
It
cap
was like this. Red hat
H?
and the H was
Oh,
small.
okay. It should be cap. Got it.
Right.
Okay. But why
Let's
didn't you just tell us something is not right in this line? And
because we have two conditions. So according to
oh,
that, this condition was true. And that condition was false.
okay. I see. When this is read and this is safe, or Ansible is read.
So like this, we can write multiple conditions at the same time and work
At the same
according
time.
to it.
Okay. Now I can get what is the main reason for the Ansible fact, why we need it. Because I was like, why do we need the Ansible fact? So now I
Right.
see it's for those I mean the format and how to put the conditions, and I'll see I'll loop or whatever. Yeah, it makes sense now.
So let's just
Before you go, I
complete.
have a question. So I'm trying to add when I was adding an inventory Ubuntu,
Mhm.
Red Hat, and Ubuntu, but I try to ping it. It's not pinging.
The
Why
Ubuntu
the
machine.
is the one?
The Ubuntu machine is not pinging.
Yeah, but they are still on the same subnet.
It is still on the same. It was pinging without Ansible.
It was not pinging without Ansible. Regular ping is not going through.
Okay, even the regular is not going through.
Yeah.
Like they are on AWS
No,
or
no, no. It's just my home network
okay.
was able to ping all the other.
Mhm.
Mm,
Error could be either it could be blocked in firewall. Okay, and other than that, it could be in different subnetwork. So you might what we say, the subnet mask might be different. That could be the issue, or the error could be related to firewall. The fire it is blocking. It is blocked in firewall. So
It's
that might
8144, and others is 8136. They should be able to ping.
8134,
8136, 8134.
8136, 8134, and the CIDR is
CIDR is 255, 255, 255.
255, 255, 255. No, they are in different.
Let me confirm. Hold on.
Yes.
255, 255, 255. Yeah, they're in the same subnet.
Oh, now, how can they be in same subnet? Like if we have the IPs, you are telling that
8144. Dot, okay, 192, 168. No.
Okay.
I'm just giving you the third octet and the fourth octet.
Mhm.
So 8.144.
Okay. And
That
81
one is 8, not 81. 8.144. And 8.136.
they are
Aha.
in same subnets.
They're in the same subnet. Let me share my screen real quick. I think we are done with this one, right, for today.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so I'm having my let me ping now. 36. Oh, it's going through. Before.
It went.
Like, what am I doing?
It got scared of me.
Oh yeah, see, it gets scared of you. You see what I'm saying? Oh, I'm putting 167. Oh my god. Oh, TJ. I have a lot on my head, man. I didn't check. Oh my god. I see why. I see why. Okay. Okay. Thank you. What the heck? I'm so scared of this guy. Oh my goodness. You're not scared of me, and you're scared of you. That's partial. That's very partial to me.
Okay then. Let's
Okay.
continue on the next weekend. Next week.
So do we have is there any certification for Ansible? It's just Ansible in Red Hat.
Substitution, like different.
Do they have like no certification, like certification?
Certification. Yeah, we have it for Ansible. Like for
Just
RH,
Ansible.
just Ansible. Like after this rhCSA, the next certification in line is rhce. So what we are doing, right? rhce, Red Hat Certified Engineer.
Okay.
So what we are doing right now, the course that we are going through, that is for rhce.
Oh, it's for rhce.
Yes.
The Ansible. It's just the only Ansible that is on RSC.
Right. Only Ansible. And the like in that Ansible.
Why can't one, are you saying only one course is for just RSCE? That's it.
Yep. Only for RSC. Like it was better in around 2 years back. It was related to servers, and that was way better than this Ansible, because in that the questions were related to all the server part, HTTPD configuration, Samba configuration, NFS, and that
so everything
question
is
paper
being
was
the
tough.
same, and they put them on together now that you can automate them. Is that why they give just
now in Red Hat 8 they just removed everything from server part. They only gave Ansible, that you do Ansible and your RHCE is done. Before it was better. And on RHEL 7, like I'll share you a book of RHEL 7, the third part of that. In that it is totally about the configuration of servers.
Servers. Oh, so now they separate it. So they give RSC, whatever I'm doing now, RSCH, the basic thing, then with the RSCE for, oh wow. So are we going to teach everything that I might need for that?
For RSC?
For RSC, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
We are
okay.
going to the RSC one.
Do you have a question for that as well?
Yep.
Oh, okay. So basically, that might okay.
So in that around 15 questions, only 15 questions are there in the examination of rhce, and we get the time of 3.5 hours.
3.5?
Yes.
Hour.
3.5 hours.
Oh, that would be so tough exam, man. Damn. That would be too tough.
So
do you have it? Do you have it?
Yes.
Wow. So
Like,
far you can pass it. If you pass it, so far you can pass it. Then you are teaching me. Then I'll pass it.
Yep.
I'll pass it.
You'll do it, definitely. You'll be able to. This one RSCS you are giving on the next month.
Say that one time.
The RSCSA you are giving the next in the next month, March.
No, yeah, I'm doing that in March in 2 weeks on the 11th. I'll be doing that on the 11th. Yeah. Man, I can't wait. I'm trying to switch this Cisco environment, Windows, and it's just too boring, and it's not really paying much like that. But with this Ansible and the all Linux strong in Linux, I can join the DevOps team. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm thinking. I can go to AWS and be part of DevOps AWS, So I need it really bad. So, all right. Thank you so much. See you next week.
Yeah, next week.
All right. Bye-bye. Have a good day. Have a good weekend.
Same to you.
Bye-bye.